In the last video, we covered how you need to choose a watch, right? The steps that you require to follow, the framework that you require to follow about choosing which watch to buy. Today, we are going one step further, how to buy the watch. So I will try to keep it short as much as possible. I will give you 5 criteria that I follow while buying a watch with cons and pros for each and every step that we are going to see in this video. Let's do that. First, let's do a wrist check. Today, I have my Cartier, Santos de Cartier ADLC on my wrist. This watch is simply beautiful. I love having this watch on my wrist every time I wear it. It's my first Cartier and my first Santos, and I believe the black case, the strap, the dial, it's all matching in any occasion that I would like to go with. It is one of my most loved watches in my entire collection. Step number 1, shortlisting. As you know, so far, you choose which watch type you would like to go with. You know exactly what kind of a watch you want to buy. Now, the first thing that you need to do is shortlisting your options, because in the market you will see variety of watches for the type that you are looking for. If you go with a lot of options in front of you, you will end up making the wrong choice. So try to limit yourself with 3 options maximum, not more than that, 3 options, and then just focus on it. The positive side of doing that is you are going to be more focused. You will be exactly choosing the one that you want while purchasing it. On the other hand, you will always feel like, oh, am I missing something? Shall I add the other pieces or shall I look at the other pieces? This is the downside of that kind of a shortlisting period. But believe me, the first choices that you make would probably be the best choices that you will be making. Second, try at the boutique. You need to wear the watch, you need to touch it, you need to feel it on your wrist. This is very important. I'm sure before going to the boutique, you will be watching videos, you will be talking with friends, you will be seeing the watch that you want in others' wrists, etc. That's not the thing that we are looking for here. Go to a boutique, try to watch, try to see it on your wrist, try to see how comfortable it is, etc. before you make your final decision. Here is the tip while doing that. Don't rush, okay? Just put the watch on your wrist and try to spend time, 5 to 10 minutes. Nobody will stop you, don't worry about that. Just spend 5 to 10 minutes on your wrist. Try to illustrate how you are going to use the watch in different occasions. Sit in a comfortable place or try to walk within the boutique while looking at the other options, etc. But always keep the watch and try to feel it on your wrist. That's very important. That will be definitely leading you to the right decision. The positive side of doing that is everything will be clear. Is it comfortable? Is it fitting well on you? Is it making you feel good while you are having the watch on your wrist? Everything will be crystal clear. On the negative side, for any person, even you are an experienced watch collector or if you are new in the market, being at the boutique will always put a pressure on you. You will feel the sales pressure on you. You want to choose something very quick or you want to decide very quick, etc. This will be definitely something hard while visiting the boutiques and trying watches on your wrist. The third one, trust your first impression. At the end of the day, watch needs to give you the feeling in your first look and in your first feeling. That feeling that you are going to search for should be something like that. You wear the watch and you say, I didn't like it. Then just trust that feeling. The first impression makes a lot of sense while buying the watch. If you feel the opposite way, you will say that, oh, this is exactly what I am looking for. Then try to build your buying decision on top of this one. This is one of the most critical things while buying the watch. The positive thing about this process is the first impression is usually leading you to the truth, okay? On the other hand, if you ignore that feeling, most probably you will regret it later. The fourth one, check the secondary market. Now, this is a little bit tricky, I'm aware of that, okay? And it might not be for everyone, especially if you are in the beginning of your watch collecting journey. However, it's always giving you the right idea about the prices, about the money that you are paying versus how the watch is valued in the second-hand market. So just try to search on the trusted sources on the internet in your local market, in your local country, or globally, like Chrono24, kind of a website. Try to get an idea about how much the watch is selling versus how much is the retail price. That is going to be an important step before you do the purchase decision. I don't need to repeat, but the positive side of it, you can always find better prices than the retail prices on the secondary market. On the negative side, the risk here is finding fake watches or watches with problems. That is always there on the table as a risk. To avoid that and to overcome that risk, never ever buy a watch from someone you don't trust, you don't know, okay? Or a dealer that you don't trust again. Sometimes, especially for luxury brands like Rolexes, like Pateks, or even not that kind of expensive watches, but like Omegas, you might be finding dealers on the second-hand market which are not giving you the right options or which are actually trying to fake you while selling you the watch. So try to avoid that. The option for that is try to see on your network, ask people. You will definitely find someone who has a trusted seller on the secondary market. It is always good to go and check with them before you make your final decision. Fifth and the last one, as I always said, buy without debt. Here is the golden rule, okay? If you cannot buy it twice, don't buy it once, okay? This is the rule. So the watch that you are buying, you should be able to at least be available to purchase two of them at the same time. That's the golden rule, at least, minimum. Even if you can maybe increase this limit a little bit further, that will be even better actually. Positive side of going with the budget, with the money, without taking any debt is pure enjoyment at the end of the day. Pure enjoyment, no financial stress. Because at the end of the day, you are buying something which is not necessity. So there is nothing to cover your purchase decision after you purchase a watch. It is not a necessity at the end of the day. If you don't go with that, on the negative side, you will be pushing your limits and the watch becomes a kind of burden, not a joy anymore for you. I prepared a surprise for this video for you. You know, from a buyer perspective, from a collector perspective, these are the things that I follow while buying a watch. This is going to guide you, right? But what about the seller's perspective? I went to one of my favorite shops here in Bahrain, where I am living, to ask them about what they think about from seller's perspective. What are the things that they consider while selling a watch, which will be helping your buying decision. Let's watch that part. I am in Prjkt8 now. This is one of my favorite stores in Bahrain. Since I relocated to Bahrain, I have been coming here very often. I have already purchased a lot of watches. So for this video, I thought it would be great to have someone who I'm interacting with always, not only as a trade relationship perspective, but also as a friend perspective, Rahul. So he will be with me today. So far in the video you watched about my opinions is about how I choose watches or how I buy watches, right? So now from the sales perspective, who is selling the watches to us, I wanted to take his opinion also to learn more about what are the things that he is considering while selling watches to people like us. Rahul, welcome.
Welcome, sir. This is my first video and first time I'm sitting in front of the camera, and the gentleman gave me a chance to talk in front of camera. I'm a bit nervous. First I will talk about the Prjkt8. So here you will see multi-independent Swiss brands. Here is all about hospitality first, and for my perspective, like we don't push the clients to buy like in their first visit.
Like you said, you told about the story of Prjkt8. Prjkt8 is a concept. Actually.
It's a concept.
It is not only one of the retailers that you go out, or it is not one of the watch malls in that regard.
True.
It's a project.
It's a project.
Here we can find different models, different Swiss brands. Some of them are independent brands, some of them are known brands also now in the market, right? And this is a combination of all. So when we come here, we see different models. Now, as a watch buyer, when I first visit your store, what are the things that you are considering while interacting with me as a customer when I first come into Prjkt8?
I start understanding the how you see the watches and what's your interest in the watches, because the watch is not necessity, like it's not a need, but it's a kind of it's a statement. So in this case, when we start chit chat with you, we chat with you, slowly I understand like you,
my lifestyle,
and you are a collector.
Yeah,
you are a collector, so you're collecting a watch which has a history and something, a story behind the watch which is unique pieces, something like that. For my perspective on that time, not to sell you something, I would like to show you on that time, like I want to show you the watches, what we have in the collection and unique watches and what we have at the moment, and give you the tour of the store.
So understanding the lifestyle,
who the person is,
this
and his interest.
Yes. And let me ask you this. For example, there are multiple watches that sometimes we are putting on the table, side by side. Sometimes these watches are very different from each other, right? And I am getting confused sometimes, right? In these moments when you see my confusion, what are you doing from the sales perspective to eliminate that confusion from my mind and make me focus on the pieces that I should be, considering here? What are the techniques that you are using for that?
Once I get the idea about the interest, we'll focus on that. We'll tell you about the watches, what is the behind this watch, like what's the history, what's the story, how they made, because each watch has a story behind the watch making, because it's independent, it's not a machine made. So even the watchmakers, they put their souls in the watches, because if we talk about any of the brands, like some of the Parmigianides and Chronos, these are hand gluche. So hand gluche means it takes a time to make one dial. So out of 10, it's hardly 1 or 2 is the correct.
Yeah.
So it takes time to make the watches.
What about, let's talk about the price concern. So there are here also in this showroom, we see watches from different price ranges, right? There are watches which are considered affordable, there are watches which are considered really luxury collector pieces.
Yes, sir.
So if a customer comes to you with some questions in mind on the prices also, what is again your approach on these type of customers? Are you understanding easily that okay, price might not be matching well, so let me help the customer to go away from that piece at least for now? Or are you trying to make this customer buy that watch regardless of the price?
We never push the customer to buy any of heavy piece. It's not about to sell something, it's about to give the experience of the store. Like it's not about to, if I'll push you for one time for heavy piece, you'll buy once and later we'll not see you again. We need a relation with the client. So better we get the price point or something. It's not about the price also. Customer can buy 100,000 dinar watch at one time, and he is the one also, he prefer 10 BD watch or 50 BD watch. Is about the concern and about his taste and how he see the watch. If he finds something interesting in the watch, for sure he will go for that.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you, Rahul.
Welcome, sir.
It's time to wrap up. So here are the 5 things again, repeating. 1, you need to shortlist your watches, maximum to 3 pieces. 2, you need to give a chance to try at the boutique. This is very critical. 3, you need to trust on your first impression while buying the watch. 4, you need to check the secondary market for prices so that you will not pay extra just to buy from a retail store. And the last one, the 5th one, you should be buying without debt, without borrowing money. This is Tuncay. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel to watch more content about watches from a collector's perspective. I really like these 2 series because I hope in these 2 series you had a fair understanding about how to choose a watch first and then how to buy a watch. And this will be helping you in your collection process. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.